Welcome to Zero Experience Required, and in this video we're going to be making a featherboard. This is a featherboard. It is a board that has a whole bunch of cuts in it, and it's supposed to guide lumber through a table saw or some other saw by applying pressure against the fence. And it's a replacement for your hand, so you're not putting your hand so close to the table saw blade, which is not wise. So in this video I'll show you how to make this. I'm going to make it as quickly as possible because this is not something you make to look pretty. In fact, as you can see, all my cuts are yeah. You'll see the process and you'll see that even on the drill press I screwed up. So I start off with cutting out the comb by first cutting every 1/4 inch. I mark this on the board, and after I cut every 1/4 inch, I start cutting by every 1/8. This makes it so it's kind of a double-tiered comb. The next step is cutting the slots for the adjustable knobs, I guess. What I did was I used the drill press here to try to cut them out, but then I realized that I needed to do something better. So after I did this, I switched to using the table saw, as you'll soon see. To do these type of plunge cuts, you have to remove your riving knife. I set the depth about half of what the board is to both increase safety and make it so that the cut is not as ugly as it could be. And then I cut it in, adjust the fence, and then cut the inner piece. Then I use the chisel to clean it out, which I don't. Since the bolts I have don't fill up the T-channel completely, I needed to make a filler piece, and here's how I marked it to measure. I then cut the piece, actually several times to try to get it to fit right, but I only showed one cut here. Next I measured the depth of this filler piece. I wanted to make it just right, but you actually want to make this thinner than it actually needs to be, so the bolts will actually bite in to the track, the T-channel. Next, you'll want to cut off the filler piece to the length that it's actually needed, and this is easily accomplished with a miter saw or a bandsaw. Here's the most important part, trying to figure out where these bolts will go on this filler piece, so they'll actually bite into the T-track. Now, I did this very roughly, but if you have a set of calipers, that'd be wise to try to use it here. Next, you mark where the bolts will go so they'll fit through the slots. Here I'm showing what kind of drill bit you'll need to do to make sure that that bolt will go through, and here's me showing how to make it so the drill bit will actually drill where you want it to. Next, you'll want to drill a little bit more out so that the bolt will actually sit inside the piece of wood, the filler piece. And now we test it. Success. At least on one of the bolts. Obviously, these nuts that came with the bolts, not going to work because they just go right through and get stuck inside there. Mainly because of how imperfectly done I did it. Now if we had some washers, we could solve that. But then again, I want to be able to hand tighten this. So let's cut some hand knobs out of this. We'll just cut out a shape that's appealing to the hand, put a hole in it, and put the nut inside there. Just pound it in. I ultimately just decided that some squares would be good enough. And to sand them, I decided that I needed to use my belt sander. So here's me using my belt sander clamped with my vise to my benchtop. So that's one way to get a benchtop belt sander. The next bit, which is drilling the holes, is relatively easy. You just clamp them together and drill one hole all the way through. Then you proceed to cut out an area for the nuts to go in on each side. And how you get it in, I've only done it partially already, is if you have a vise, it's really easy. You just force it in. Now, because I drilled the holes for the extended bits to go in a little too large, I noticed that these tend to spin in place. So to resolve that, I'm going to mix a little bit of epoxy.
Oh snap, I just put some on the thread. I'm gonna have to clean that off.
So once the epoxy dries, you should have a fully functional featherboard, as demonstrated here. Thank you for watching, and hopefully this was helpful. If you've noticed anything I did wrong, make sure to comment. If you liked what I did and want to let me know, comment, like, and subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. And see you at my next video.